Interval is an essential concept in understanding and analyzing melodies, chords, and harmonies. In music theory, an interval refers to the distance between two pitches or notes. It is measured by the number of letter names. Intervals can be classified into two main types, melodic intervals and harmonic intervals. Melodic intervals are played sequentially one after another, while harmonic intervals are played simultaneously. As mentioned earlier, numbers are used to describe intervals. For example, the interval between C and E is called a third because it spans three letter names, C, D, E. Similarly, the interval between C and D is called a second because it spans two letter names, C, D. Now, can you tell the number of this interval? Yes, it's a sixth. From C to A, there are 6 letter names. The picture below shows intervals that are based on the C major scale. The first one from middle C to the same middle C is called a unison. The last one goes from middle C to another higher C as an octave. Now let's go further to see different chord qualities. What do you mean by chord qualities? It means major, minor, perfect, augmented, and diminished. They all have symbols to represent their qualities. For example, in a C major scale, we can build up an interval based on each note. The first one is in unison. The second one from C to D is a major second. The third one from C to E is the major third. For the fourth and fifth, we call them perfect fourth and perfect fifth. Next is a major sixth and a major seventh. This formula is the same for any other major scales. In minor scale, the method of counting numbers is the same as major, however, the quality of some intervals changed. For example, the interval of third, sixth, and seventh are slightly altered with a semitone smaller. It becomes minor third, minor sixth, and minor seventh, respectively. The unison, major second, perfect fourth, and perfect fifth stay the same. For augmented intervals, it is a semitone higher in a perfect or major interval. Let's take a perfect fifth as an example. From C to G, it is a perfect fifth. However, if we raise the G to a semitone higher, to G sharp, the interval is made a semitone bigger. It becomes an augmented fifth. Another example here from C to D is a major second. If the D is raised to a semitone higher to D sharp, it can be named as an augmented second. Diminished intervals are one semitone smaller than a perfect or minor interval.
For example, from C to G is a perfect fifth. If we lower the G to G flat, the interval becomes a semitone smaller. It is a diminished fifth. Here is another example of diminished interval. From C to A flat is a minor sixth. If we lower the A flat to a semitone lower, it becomes a double flat. Theoretically, it is a diminished sixth interval. That's all for this episode. See you until next time.